Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very short little review of the Mijello Ellipse S Peel Off palette. It bills itself as being a plastic palette that you can simply peel off the dried acrylic paints from. Since I've been using more Holbein Acryla-Gouache paints, I thought I would give this a try. I'm going to start with a little bit of Holbein acrylic gesso to prime a few pieces. So, after priming all of my objects, I just let the rest of the gesso dry on the palette, and it did seem to peel off fairly easily by just me scraping my fingernail across it. Since it can be a little tedious, I did start using one of my wooden clay tools to scrape the rest off a little bit faster and probably nicer to my nails doing it this way. So the next test I wanted to do was see how well the actual paint peeled off of the palette, like the pigmented paint. As it turns out, the paint peeled off just as easily as the gesso did. A couple colors peeled off even easier. It's probably just something in the chemical makeup. I did try a palette knife. Palette knife was a little difficult to use to scrape off, so I reverted back to using my little ceramics tool to scrape off the paint. I did also use a little bit of regular gouache, not the Acryla-Gouache on this palette, and I just left those areas of paint there so that I could reactivate them and use up what was left. As you can see, everything kind of peels off pretty easily. Honestly, I was really kind of impressed with how easily the paint just would scrape off of the palette. I had had other plastic palettes before and they were a real bear to get anything acrylic off of. So yeah, I was really kind of very happy with this palette. I think the thicker the paint is on the palette, the easier it peels. There's a big chunk of acrylic paint right there. For some reason, the opera color peeled off like extraordinarily well into nice big strips. I don't know whether that was a product of the curved edge over there or whether it's just a part of the chemical property of the paint. But it was kind of fun. So overall, this palette gets a 2 big thumbs up from me. It's not very expensive. You can order it online at Dick Blick, and it actually works really well. That being said, I did want to test it against using a nice glazed ceramic tile for your palette, and they both work equally as well, except the ceramic tile is significantly cheaper. So it's up to you as to what will suit your needs and your wallet the best. One of the benefits to the palette shape though is that you can add more water to your paints and not worry about having your paint spill off the end of your palette. Another thing I would like to note is that the darker paints, like the Prussian blue, you can see in this video clip that there is a little bit of staining on the Mijello palette. Overall though, I definitely would recommend this palette and I'm going to continue using it. So, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Bye bye!